All right, guys, get excited. This is Unit 5, Module P. This is phase change diagrams. And this is just one slide long. Just one. Can you handle it? Okay, so let's handle it right now. So phase changes is when we're talking about changing between solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, and this so happens to be the phase change diagram for water. Now, every substance kind of has a slightly different phase change diagram, but let's look at this one in greater detail. So this is telling us at certain pressures and temperatures what phase water is going to be at. Well, we've got pink, which is solid, liquid is blue, and gas is kind of this beige sort of color. So if we're looking at this like it's a graph, at much lower temperatures and very high pressures, it seems that water would be a solid. And then if you kind of move across temperatures, it will slowly become a liquid and or a gas. So this is just kind of an exercise in reading a graph or diagram and just kind of seeing at what points we have these. So in green, we will see these different words here that tell us what it means when we change from one state to another. So you can tell starting at the very top here, when water or anything changes from a solid to a liquid, we call that melting. When it goes from a liquid to a solid, that's called freezing. Okay, liquid to gas is vaporization. Gas back to liquid is condensation. And then the ones that people don't generally know very often is what if you go from a solid to a gas without going to a liquid in between? That's called sublimation. Good example of when you guys see that is dry ice. Dry ice is a solid carbon dioxide, and when you just take it out and set it on the table and it sort of starts to turn into gas, it completely skips that liquid stage in between because the room temperature is so warm. If you go from a gas back to a solid, that is called deposition. Okay, so it's very important to know these 6 words here. Okay, so another thing that we need to understand is here we have a couple different points. We have the triple point and we have the critical point. Now the triple point should be pretty obvious what this is. This is the point where solid, liquid, and gas all meet. This pressure and this temperature. Now we don't have the values for what these are right here, but there is a point, a triple point, where it can be said to be in all 3 states of matter. It's kind of weird to think about. Critical point up here is actually where we are increasing the pressure and the temperature to a point that we are going to leave this whole area. So just kind of make sure we look through this and make sure you guys understand where all the changes take place and everything, and hopefully this will help you get through the activity.